I've known Bryan for a long time. Longer than most people, in fact. Whenever he was younger, things used to be okay. But as he got older, things, they just got worse. I suppose the first time that he started to show his true colours was whenever he was about 3 or 4 years old. And we were running around in his back garden, and then the next thing I know, I'm on the ground and there's an intense pain in my head. Bryan had thrown a rock at me. As it turns out, he had in fact broken my skull. To this day, he still claims it was an accident. But I know for a fact that it was a premeditated attack. And I have to live with permanent scarring and emotional trauma for the rest of my life. I can't remember the first time. I've always had my suspicions. One of the first times I can remember, Bryan, it's just a normal Friday night. Bryan's mum and dad popped down to Dublin, so he invited me round for dinner. And it was just a normal night to start off with, and then we were in the kitchen, and next thing I know, it was just a massacre. It started off fine. They had the bacon in the pan, and the next thing I remember, the sacred meat. It was just a shriveled up black pile.
It's hard to say. It was a nice summer's morning. Had just gotten my trampoline. A lovely 13-foot one. Called all my friends up. And then that thing came up. He was trying ridiculous tricks that we'd only just learned how to do. He thought he was the master. And that's when it got ugly. He was doing backflip after backflip. And then when I thought it was my turn on my trampoline, it hit me. In the eye, that is. Knee or foot, don't remember. Hit me right in the eye and split my eye open. My mother came out with fury in her eyes, and Bryan just looked at her and said, "I didn't mean to do it. The liar."
After that incident, things calmed down for a while. But there was always a nasty glare in his eye. It wasn't until a few years later that his violent tendencies surfaced again. We were playing in the garden. Football, I think. And then, out of nowhere, Bryan runs at me. Tackles me to the ground and twists my leg until he hears an audible crack. I was in so much pain. After he did the deed, he escaped. But I don't just mean from where the incident had happened. He left the country, with me in hospital, and 6 weeks in plaster, and then he came back and laughed in my face. But that's just one of many incidents. Well, I suppose the second time would be his parents were away again, we're down, we were playing the Xbox, just your ordinary sort of night. Bryan got hungry, he wanted some dinner, yeah, no problem. So went into the kitchen and just poured myself a drink, and Bryan's, there's nothing in the house for food, so of course there's Bryan. So I turn away looking for food, and next thing I know, Bryan's, he's sieving beans in the sink under the tap. Like, just taking the whole sauce away, and then he put them in a pan. Just what sort of an animal is this man? And that's when I had to call the whole thing off. I couldn't be around him anymore. I knew there was something wrong. We've also heard tales that whenever Bryan doesn't have a victim to abuse. He turns to self-harm. Last year, Bryan went to Germany with another group of young men. I believe they were training in the mountains. They undoubtedly had their shirts off. As Bryan's hunger grew, he couldn't contain himself any longer. He found the nearest sharp object and tried to sever his own thumb, all just to control his purchase.
Me and Bryan had taken up a sport known as parkour, or free running or tricking. Quite an extreme sport, but it requires quite a lot of focus, no distractions, no noises. We decided to go for more extreme things. This led us to go to Picky, where there is a fairly nice tree, like a perfect branch from a wall, to jump from the wall to the tree. I thought my parkour skills were capable of getting me through this endeavor. So I psyched myself up, I focused my mind, I reached the wall, and I leapt. As I leapt, this unholy noise was bestowed upon me. It distracted me, and I grabbed onto the tree nonetheless, but it was not good enough, and I lost grip, and I fell and broke both my wrists. The unholy noise, you may ask? Bryan Gregg. I thought his violent past was behind him, but it's very clear to me now that he was just waiting for the perfect moment to strike, and he struck hard.
I couldn't have him desecrating any more foods. It had to stop, and that's when it happened. The gimp arm. So I went into the house, and I lifted the first thing that came to my hand. It was a ball. I just launched it at him. Just needed to immobilise him as much as I could. And he drops to the ground crying, in pain, holding his arm. So I just left. I had to leave before anything else happened. I see him a few days later. He's walking around with his arm bandaged like this. And that's when I knew he couldn't do any more damage. There was another time. Bryan had suggested that we play frisbee. But we didn't have an actual frisbee to hand. Decided to make an impromptu decision to play with a metallic bin lid instead. I didn't have much choice in the matter, for fear of getting hurt again. However, this was a mistake on my part. I should have just turned them down. Whilst we were playing, Bryan got another malicious look in his eyes, and with full force, launched the bin lid directly into my face. I hit the ground, dazed and confused. Whenever I finally remembered where I was, I saw Bryan looming over me, grinning like the evil maniac he is.
Some time had passed after the incident on the trampoline. I'd somewhat got over it, and we'd finally decided to go into that savage's house. But it would get to a point where he would barge in and demand we went out in the freezing cold rain. Little did we know that the torture we would have to go through to even get out in the first place. At this stage, everyone was ready, except for Bryan. First of all, he would say, I need to go to the toilet. Then after the toilet, he'd come in. We're all ready. I need to get my shoes. So who's get his shoes? Alright, let's go. No. It's time to go to the toilet again. gets back from the toilet. Are we ready? No. He decides that he has the wrong shoes on.
Yeah, the next time I can remember is in a friend's back garden. We were playing a game that Brian had suggested we all play. So we're just running around and having fun, and next minute I trip and fall and I hurt my leg. But it didn't feel like anything bad, so as you do, just checked to see if my leg was okay and started pumping twice a leg and just saw the blood and started to panic, so I kept pulling up my trouser leg, and next thing you know, I can just see my shin bone. So I just panicked and started calling for help, and I look up, look around, and there's Brian standing there, just doing nothing. It was as if he wanted to see me lie there in agony, needing help, and he just didn't want to do anything about it. Like, what thoughts go on in a sick mind like that? He's an animal. Brian is an animal. He isn't just physically abusive either. I've been told that on holiday in Spain, Brian sexually harassed a young woman. In the middle of a busy supermarket, he ran up to a young blonde-haired girl with a box, screaming, "Look, look, I found your favourite thing. It's sugar." The girl took it, thanked him, and looked down and was horrified because he'd given her a box of tampons. He needs to be put on a register.
I just don't know why he would do such a horrible thing. I hope none of you have to go through what I have had to go through with this animal. Please stop him.